with stories to unfold. Keep your eyes wide open and your soul won't grow cold. In the realm of the strange and the fantastical, lost in the dark, but it's light so magical.
Hey up, it's Steve from Old Yorkshire Geek, and with lots and lots, well not lots and lots, but a bit of Star Trek news. We trailers and teasers or whatever have dropped at San Diego Comic Con, so we've got 3 of them to look at. But before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe, share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already. Explore the description for links for stuff such as merch and me books that are down there on Amazon Kindle paperback, my other channels, my music channel and that, and my other websites and all that stuff, and my social medias and all that palaver, malarkey, whatever you want to use that word. Or you can become a member of the YouTube channel at These Cool People, wherever I'm pointing, wherever it is. I don't know where it is. These Cool People, where you get exclusive videos and early access videos and stuff like that. And super chats and super thanks and super stickers and all that stuff will be hugely appreciated to help keep the lights on. Right, so with that out of the way, let's get on with it. So first up is the teaser, first look teaser for Star Trek Starfleet Academy. If you remember, the other day I did a video about the release some images from it. Well, the teaser dropped from Starfleet Academy at San Diego Comic Con, and to be honest, it doesn't look any better than the photos. But anyway, so we're going to watch that. We'll watch that now, and then we'll discuss it. So first up is this. So off I go.
And so, we begin. I'm Captain Nala Ake, Chancellor of Starfleet Academy. We're all the first Academy class to return to our campus in San Francisco after more than 120 years. Some of you are here for your families, some for yourselves. Together, you are the best and the brightest from across the galaxy. A tapestry that is Starfleet. You will learn the skills that shaped our greatest officers.
Duty, honor, service.
Like them, we'll ask you to give more of yourselves than you knew you had. To dream without limitations. Whatever challenges came before today led you to this moment. You here now. You weave together the future. So go out and seek, explore, boldly go where no one has gone before. It is my great honor to welcome you all to Starfleet Academy.
I hate it. Right, let's go through it. By the way, I was right, wasn't I, about Holly Hunter's accent. I can't remember where I mentioned it. I think when they were talking about the images, and they said she'll come on with a thick accent. People say I've got a thick accent, which I have, but Holly, I could hardly tell a word she was saying. 'Cause she's all like that, ain't she? I'm the Chancellor of Starfleet Academy. I'm sorry, but that's what it sounds like to me, being a Yorkshireman. Anyway, so it's nice to see the Golden Gate Bridge is still standing after 1,000 years. Remember, this is almost 1,000 years in the future of the original series. So it's in the 32nd century. So it's nice to see that nothing's changed. I hate Alex Kurtzman. I hate him. Because I know he's only the producer. He's but he's the one that's telling them what to do. I imagine there's lots of other guilty people involved who don't have a clue about, Star Trek, the technology of Star Trek, the limitations of the technology of Star Trek, the effects of time on things. But anyway, while Earth was not part of the Federation, it did okay, didn't it? Nothing went wrong on Earth. It's still a paradise, it seems. But anyway, so that's nice to see. There we see another view. Lots of floaty things in the sky because it's the future, and some big ship there. I hate the 32nd century designs of starships. They're hideous. But, that's progress, I suppose you could say. But they're just hideous. They're just shapes. That's all they are. They're just shapes. They don't seem to have any functionality to them. They're just shapes. They think, oh, that's a cool shape. We'll make a ship in that shape. It's obviously supposed to look like the Starfleet Delta, isn't it, that would? Which we keep getting shown in this teaser. The port of that sign has survived. Port of San Francisco. Everything's cool. And there she is. There's Holly Hunter. Don't ask me the names of any of the characters. I have read them, but I've forgotten. And I don't care. But he's talking to the students, Starfleet Academy, James T. Kirk Pavilion, and I want to turn into Will Smith. Get his name out of your goddamn mouth. And these silly robots, I forgot what they call them now. Dots or whatever they call them, aren't they? I can't remember what they call them. These floating about. But I thought they had those in the 23rd century. So they're just exactly the same. Nothing's 1,000 years and nothing's changed hardly. Apart from we've got detached warp nacelles for no reason. Anyway, he's our hero, by the way. Don't ask me his name either. I don't know. But anyway, these are the main characters, aren't they? Lots of aliens, by the way. Lots of aliens. Not many humans, it seems, but lots of aliens working out. There's some sort of training, combat gear. Who knows? Another alien girl, very pretty. Don't know who she is, don't care. Another one. I'm guessing she's going to be the nerd. She looks like the nerd of the class. She'll know everything. She will. She'll be the Hermione Granger of the academy. I'm telling you, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. We see some more aliens. We get Klingons back, look. Apparently, though, we're not seeing just regular Klingons in Starfleet Academy. We're seeing Klingon hybrids. He's obviously part Klingon, part Bajoran, because going by the nose ridges, I'm guessing. Don't know. Got piercings, obviously, for no reason. But did they hear the cries from the fans that, for some reason, when Discovery went into the 32nd century, we never saw a Klingon, did we, in those... How many seasons was it? Was it 3? Seasons 3, 4 and 5. Yeah, 3 seasons during the 32nd century. We never saw a Klingon, I don't think. Could be wrong, don't care. 2026, it's coming out. Early 2026, I think it said, didn't it? Did it? I can't remember. Aston said I don't care. There's the Doctor, Robert Picardo. Apparently he's going to be the Doctor. Will he have a name? Don't know. But these uniforms are bloody awful. Who made them? Did they fall over when they were designing them? Why is this bit there? Why have this side longer than that side? It looks stupid. It's annoying. But and then we've seen that they're still sticking with the colour scheme. But will it be the TNG colour scheme, or will it be the original series colour scheme? Like I said, is this Operations, this Gold, or is it Command? I don't know. We'll see, won't we? We'll see. And he's in white for medical. But whatever happened to blue for medical? They decided to change that for no reason. Even in the past, even in the original series, Strange New Worlds, which is before the original series, they put all the medical people in white, and they're supposed to be in blue. As I said, they have no idea about Star Trek. There's that Klingon. Star Trek 90210. I keep thinking of that Stargate episode. 200 when they're talking about getting young people in to do a new series of Stargate. They're all like, hey dude, hey dog, and all that. It's one of them, isn't it?
Yo, dog, what you do that for?
Dude, that hot chick was so totally a go.
Duh, I was still gonna tap that.
You don't appreciate me, do you?
I think you're so totally awesome.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yo, Wonder Bread, you got that address figured out yet?
Chill, T. I'm like translating as fast as I can.
I'm so sick of being treated like some sort of object to be worshipped. I'm a real person with real feelings.
You know, I don't think Mitchell likes me anymore.
I'm pregnant.
Thinking about home, probably. There we go. As I said, more Star Trek 90210. They're all having fun. I imagine the effects will look cool. I just hate the designs of the ships. Is that a ship there? It is, isn't it? It's just, like I said, they're just shapes. They don't look like starships. And that just looks like a saucer section, doesn't it, of a ship? Maybe it is. But then we see in the background these whatever ship things, whatever they are. I don't know, it could be drones for all I know. I'm going to say that the little ships, like Wesley got into trouble with in those little training ships that they were in, that were going to do the Colvard Starburst. They're kind of doing that here, aren't they? But making a Starfleet Delta. So wonder they didn't have one fly down, to put the dividing line in it that Alex Kurtzman wants, because he wants to divide the fan base. Maybe it does, I don't know. And there we go, Starfleet Academy 2026. I missed out Gina Yasher, didn't I? We've got to mention her. Let me see if I can find her. There she is. I think she is. My mate Win Grace, go and subscribe to his channel. I think she may be another Klingon hybrid. So it looks like, because she's got Klingon logos. If you zoom in on this, on her uniform, she's got Klingon logos all over it. I'm guessing she's a Klingon Jem'Hadar hybrid. Why? Don't know. Why would there be a Klingon Jem'Hadar? But she looks like one. And I'm going by the the horns and the hair. So when did that happen? Because as we know, if you watch Star Trek, if you watch Deep Space Nine, the Jem'Hadar are genetically engineered. There's no female Jem'Hadar. They're all grown in birthing pods or whatever they do. I don't know. We're not privy to how they are created, but they're all males and they're all quite young. They have accelerated growth. I think they die quite young as well. So what happened? So suddenly, after the Dominion was defeated, all the Jem'Hadar in the Alpha Quadrant decided they were just going to be normal and just start breeding amongst themselves. Life found a way. I have no idea. But that's what it looks like. Gina Yasher is. By the way, Gina Yasher is a comedian in the UK, a stand-up comedian. She did a lot of these panel shows many years ago, but apparently she's moved to America and she's become quite successful. She's done lots of series and stuff like that. But anyway, she's in Star Trek now. She's quite funny, I must admit, when she's a comedian. When she's comedianing. But I'm not sure about these pins. Are the com badges? Don't know. Are the com things built into them? I don't know. But they just look like badges. They look like pins. Like something you'd get at a convention on one of these stalls that sells all like homemade, pins. They're good because I've bought them myself. Their own designs of Star Trek stuff or Stargate stuff or Star Wars stuff. Little pins. Look like one of them, don't they? But whatever. I'm sure they'll be appearing in the shops. But so there she is. I just thought I had to mention her. And there's Holly Hunter again, giving it all. You're now part of Starfleet Academy. I'm sorry, but that's what she sounds like to me. She's very lovely. I like Holly Hunter. I love her in that film Always. I love that film. I haven't seen it for years. But she was good in that with Richard Dreyfuss. But anyway. But that's by the by. And there we go, early 2026. And the bit that really annoyed me is after this. We see the main bad guy, played by Paul Giamatti, who is great. I love Paul Giamatti. And I don't mind that he's doing this. He's whistling the Star Trek theme with his gang. He's the baddie. I think he may be another Klingon hybrid, because they keep mentioning that. What the hell's that in the background? What was that? It was like something from Star Wars rather than Star Trek. Anyway, he's here with his gang. But he's whistling the Star Trek theme, which is breaking the fourth wall, innit? I don't like it. I mean, you could say, well, they did it in Stargate when they had Sam Carter humming the Stargate theme in the elevator at the time. But Stargate isn't Star Wars. Stargate is more often tongue-in-cheek. Stargate mentions Star Trek quite often. So it does break the fourth wall more often than not. You can give Stargate some slack, in my opinion, but not Star Trek. So why is he whistling the Star Trek theme? That means the Star Trek series is now part of the canon of Star Trek, if you know what I mean. It exists in the Star Trek universe, which is dope. But and I think I said when we were looking at the images the other day, I think he's a hybrid of a whatever and a Klingork from Discovery. I don't think Kurtzman's going to let go of those. He's thinking I've got to find a way to get them back in somehow, and I think that's what he's doing with this chap. I don't know his name. Played by Paul Giamatti, and I'm sure he'll be really good in the role because it's Paul Giamatti and he's amazing and he can do anything. But there we go. No future now enrolling, but it looks awful. I'm not looking forward to it. So maybe they'll surprise us. Anyway, early 2026. Hey up, it's Steve from the future or whatever. Voiceover Steve. Copyright to some other channel that mends things. I forgot to do the Wall of Heroes or whatever they're supposed to represent that we saw in the trailer. I forgot to do that, didn't I? So we're going to go through this now. Again, sorry, I've done this once already. It didn't record my audio because StreamYards is stupid. But anyway, that's by the by. I'm fuming, I am. Anyway, so here it is. We see him standing in front of this wall of names, which just seem to be names from people in Star Trek. Both characters, actors, and I'm presuming a few behind-the-scenes people. I don't know. But anyway, let's go through them. Apparently Peter Preston, I'm guessing, maybe, gets 2 mentions because he's super important. Or maybe there's just 2 people called Preston. I don't know. But anyway, then we get Milana Torres. Will we see this name in this wall in full at some point? I don't know. But anyway, there's Milana Torres, Sonia Gomez, who now becomes a captain, doesn't she, on a ship somewhere. We saw her in Lower Decks, didn't we? I don't know what that is. Garak, that'll be Garak, won't it? I think it's Ambassador Garak. I remember seeing another view of this wall. We do see Ambassador Garak. Beckett Mariner, Dr. Mabenga, one of the Roddenberrys, I'm guessing Jean, maybe. I don't know, it might not be, I don't know. And other people. Then we go to the next row. Don't know who these are. Don't know who that is. Don't know that. Talara name rings a bell, but I can't think from where. I'm an idiot. Windgrace will be telling me. Vice Admiral Drake. Don't know. Maybe it's Drake from Aliens. That name, George Cheeks, rings a bell as well. F Admiral. What's F Admiral? Fleet Admiral, I'm guessing. I don't know. But anyway, moving on to the next row. There we go. Admiral Beverly Crusher. Oh, there's another one up there, isn't there? Admiral Ramsey. Somebody or other. Again, Windgrace is screaming at his screen. Shouting, why can you never remember things? Because I'm old and stupid. Captain Demora Sulu. So she made it to Captain. Obviously Sulu, Hikaru Sulu's daughter. Who we saw in Star Trek Generations. Crikey, I got there in the end. So in Star Trek Generations, didn't we? Midshipman First Class Peter Preston, who passed away in... So why is his name there? It's just like a midshipman who... Lots of red shirts get killed, don't they? Are all their names on this wall? He's essentially a red shirt, even though he was Scotty's nephew. He was just one of the people that died in Star Trek 2. Anyway. Commander Christine Chappell. Why did it say? She became a doctor, didn't she? We learned in Star Trek, the motion picture, she was an MD. So why don't it say doctor or Commander Dr. Christine Chapel? Don't know. Lieutenant Natasha Yar, Ambassador Spock. Don't know who that is. Commander Samantha Wildman, who's from Voyager, isn't she? She was born on Voyager. Lieutenant J.G. Wesley Crusher. When did he become a lieutenant? He washed out of the academy and buggered off with the Traveller, didn't he? But he did come back. Is this canon that he came back? Because we see him kind of in the background. If you're quick, you can see him in the background in Star Trek Nemesis at Troy and Riker's wedding. And he's got like his Starfleet dress uniform on. So did he go back and finish his academy training, get a rank of Lieutenant JG, and then buggered off with the Traveller again? I have no idea. Don't know. But he became, an overseer, or whatever they call him. He became a Gary 7, didn't he? But whatever. Don't know who that is. Don't know who that is. Lieutenant Nog. Remember, this is in the 32nd century. Remember, 800 years in advance of the TNG era. So, did he die at lieutenant, or did something else? I don't know. But how many lieutenants get ships named after them? They have no idea. They can't remember their own canon, can they? Maybe they do. Maybe, because Nog were an amazing character. But why just Lieutenant Nog? I mean, it's also kind of a slap in the face to I forgot his name now. Aaron Eisenberg, is that the name of the actor? I think it is, isn't it? Who passed away? Very young, passed away. But why not make him captain? At least Captain Nog. And then then we've got a ship named after him. Oh, Admiral! Just make him an admiral, for God's sake, Admiral Nog. Because he got a ship named after him. We saw the USS Nog, didn't we? In Star Trek Discovery. Anyway, don't know these are. Admiral Leonard H. McCoy, we saw him in Encounter at Farpoint. Captain Montgomery Scott. Ensign Sito Jaxa. Essentially, she's just another red shirt, isn't she? We all love Sito Jaxa. I think that episode's amazing. The Lower Decks. But, she died. Presumably she died. We never actually saw her body, so, whatever. But it says she got killed on that mission into Cardassian space. But she's there anyway, whatever. Captain Nyota Uhura. So Uhura made it to captain. Cool. And then we've Pavel Chekhov. I'm guessing behind there's an admiral, because he always wanted to be an admiral. In my canon, he became an admiral. Did he in real life? I don't know. I don't know. Is that Christopher? Maybe that's Christopher Pike. Who knows? I don't know. But let's move on to the next one. Commander Janice Rand. Remember, we saw her as a commander on the Excelsior. We may see her again in. Well, not see her, but we may hear her character again. We won't actually hear Grace Lee Whitley because she passed away in 2015. But we could hear her character again in the Star Trek Khan audio drama podcast, whatever you want to call it, because it seems at least part of that seems to be set on the USS Excelsior, because we get Sulu as well. But anyway, and Tuvok. Lieutenant Tom Paris, so he never made it past Lieutenant when they got back to Earth, it seems. Poor Tom. But we can cheer in a bit, because there's one that I know is coming up. Captain William T. Riker. He never made it to Admiral then, obviously. Lieutenant Commander Hoshi Sato. At least she became... No, so she made it to Lieutenant Commander, fair enough. Did she die at that age, at that rank? Don't know. Commander Charles Tucker III. We know he died as a commander. Although he didn't die. That were wrong. The holodeck was wrong. Commander Deanna Troy. Lieutenant Commander Data. Shirley. Don't call me Shirley. He made it to captain at least. You'd have thought. I know he did in beta canon in the Star Trek Countdown prequel comic to the 2009 Star Trek. He was captain of the Enterprise E. Obviously that's not canon anymore, although it was supposed to be. Anyway, Lieutenant Julian Bashir. I didn't say Doctor or Lieutenant Dr. Julian, I don't know, but never made it past Lieutenant. He was the Chief Medical Officer on Deep Space Nine, for Christ's sake. But Admiral Harry Kim, yay! Harry became an admiral, thank God. And I'm guessing that's Captain Philippa Giorgio. I'm guessing she died in Discovery Season 1. Don't know. That's just Lee Fitzgerald. That rings a bell. I don't know. Vice Admiral Ruby Piment. Don't know. Admiral Katrina Cornwell. She were in Discovery season 2. I think she was in season 1 as well, wasn't she? She died, didn't she? Admiral Alonzo Freeman. That Beckett Mariner's dad. I don't know. I can't remember his first name. I'm guessing it is. Carol Freeman's husband. Ambassador David Till. Don't know who that is. 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 I don't know that. We see, is that Chakotay? I'm guessing that says Captain Chakotay behind there. We know he became a captain because they were a captain in Star Trek Prodigy, with the captain of the USS Protostar, wasn't it? Next, Commander Zero the Third. I don't know what that's a reference to. I can't remember. Is it the I forgot what they call them. Like peanut hamper, one of them. I'm probably wrong. I can't remember. Anyway. Captain, I don't know who that is. Captain, don't know. Min Nagayan. I don't know how to pronounce that. Ngayan. Is it Nagayan or Ngayan? I don't know. Because when it's just the N and G, it's pronounced Eng, innit? Like Alan Eng on the Film Threat. So is it Ngayan? I don't know. But anyway. But that rings. I think that's a behind the scenes person, isn't it? I think. Could be wrong. Probably am. Oh, I'm trying to scroll with my scroll wheel, but it's a picture. Admiral Tawny Newsom, the actress who plays Beckett Mariner. Admiral Kirsten Byers, one of the writers. Well, Kirsten Byers, one of the showrunners of like season 1 of Star Trek Discovery. They got into a lot of trouble because they like overspent hugely, didn't they? They got fired, her and that other fella, and apparently they were horrible. Is that Kirsten Byers? Is that somebody else? It might be somebody else. I get mixed up because I'm old and stupid. Right, next one. The last row that we can see is chopped off, so I don't know who they are. But Captain 7 of 9, fair enough. Don't know these. Chancellor Courtney. I don't know. Courtney Cox, Courtney B Vance, Courtney Zip. Don't know. What's that? Oh, PC. Is that PC3? What does that mean? Don't know. Another admiral and lieutenant commander. Don't know who these are. Commander Melanie. What? Melanie Smith, who played Zial in Deep Space Nine. Probably not. I don't know. Admiral Mitch. Don't know. Mitchell Gant from Firefox, played by Clint Eastwood. I don't know. I'm just making things up now. I don't know. So there we go. So that's the list of the Wall of Heroes, which just seems to be random people from various eras of Star Trek and some, I'm guessing, behind the scenes people. I don't know. There could be. There might not be. I don't know. Or there could be actors and actresses that have appeared in Star Trek in the past. I just don't know the names. But there we go. So, right. So, back to the show. Apparently season 2 is going to start filming in August. I've got my reservations about that with this Skydance takeover that's just happened. Will they put a stop to new things going on? I don't know. Maybe it's too late. Maybe it's all in the works and they can't stop it and it's going to start filming. Because Strange New World season 4 started filming in, I think, May, and that's due to end filming in August. So I'm guessing when Strange New World season 4 finishes filming, Starfleet Academy season 2 will start filming, won't it? So I'm sure they use a lot of the same studio space and all that, I'm guessing. So there we go. So that's Starfleet Academy first look teaser. I'm not filled with anticipation. I'm not filled with anticipation for that. But you never. It may surprise us. It could be really good, but I doubt it. But err on the side of caution is my credo, mantra, whatever. Anyway, we've got another teaser, a sneak peek. Speaking of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, a season 4 sneak peek. It doesn't last long. It's less than a minute. It's Buffy. Not Buffy, it's Angel. You'll know. If you know, you know. Right, so we'll have a look at this one now then. Have I got the volume up? No, I haven't. There we go.
hit it. You heard me say hit it, right? Spock? Anyone? Did you go to season 4 without me?
Is all of season 4 going to be like that? Oh, God. Hang on, let's pause it. Yeah, that'll do. So, in the words of Spike...
You're a bloody puppet!
He's a bloody puppet. So, I'm guessing we're going to have another... Because they keep doing these different genres, don't they, in Strange New Worlds. It seems that's their favourite thing to do. I don't mind it. I liked the musical episode. I thought it was fine because it would explain why it happened. And I presume there'll be an explanation for this because you can do it in science fiction because there's the many worlds theory, isn't there? Where that if anything can happen, it will happen. There's an infinite number of alternate universes where anything is possible. They even covered this in Angel, didn't they? There were a universe of shrimp and stuff like that. They keep mentioning that. There's infinite universe where anything can happen. So there's a universe of Star Trek puppets or Muppets or whatever you want to call it. But I'm sure it'll be funny, but we'll see. But there we go. So I'm guessing it's just one episode of season 4. I don't think they'll be doing the entire season 4 as puppets. If they do, God help them. But anyway, so there we go. So that's that sneak peek. I didn't mind that. It's funny, isn't it? I didn't mind it. And I cut Strange New Worlds a lot of slack because I kind of like it, even though it's kind of annoying me at the moment in season 3. But we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. So that's that one. I'm fine with that because it's funny. But it is a rip-off of Angel. So there. Anyway, right. We will move on. Right, the last one, the last trailer for us to look at is not a trailer for a TV show or anything. It's actually a trailer for they're calling it a podcast. Would it be more accurate to call it an audio drama? You know, like the Star Wars audio dramas. I think so. I think it's probably not that. Or an audible book. But they're calling it a podcast. And it's for Khan. Remember that? I think we're originally going to be a series. It's the one that Robert Meyer Burnett got the script for. But I think then it was called like SETI Alpha 5. He got the script of it. And basically, I don't think he quite read it. I don't think he read it all of it online on his show. But he gave away all the story parts of it. He told us what it were all about. And then we're forced to take that episode down by none other than Nicholas Meyer, who wrote it. But because there was a chance it could go into production. But it went into production as an audio drama. But anyway, so there we go. So we're going to watch this. This is the trailer for Star Trek Khan. So here we go, Ziz.
This is Star Trek Khan, the untold story of Star Trek's most legendary villain.
Captain Sulu, the new pieces added to this puzzle by the logs I retrieved on SETI Alpha 5 only confirm my belief that Khan was much more than a mad tyrant.
What is it you hope to achieve here? His people are dead.
It is my intention to find the truth. Help me find the rest of the story.
Featuring Naveen Andrews as Khan.
Kirk did us a favor. From this quintessence of dust, we will rise.
Weapons ready! Fire!
Ren Schmid as Lieutenant Marla
The
MacGyvers.
simple fact remains that we are both here now and must find a way to share this world and its dwindling resources.
Sonia Cassidy as Dr. Rosalind Lear.
In my experience, monsters are made, not born.
With Tim Ross as Ensign Tuvok.
Vulcans find it incredibly difficult to lie. Why this renders us especially sensitive to the lies of others, I am not aware.
And George Takei as Captain Sulu.
Khan was one of humanity's greatest mistakes, a product of ill-advised genetic manipulation.
If there is any justice in this universe, one day we might avenge ourselves, starting with Captain James T. Kirk.
Star Trek Khan, coming soon, wherever you get your podcasts.
September 8th. But do you know what? Oh, shush. Do you know what? I am mildly interested in that. We will see what happens with that. But right, let's go through it. As I said, it's loosely based on, well, not loosely, it is based on the SETI Alpha 5 treatment, I suppose you could say, or script written by Nicholas Meyer. But I think David Mack has helped out with this. Right, so let's go through it. Khan, they're all shouting. Look, they're shouting as the words get bigger. Khan! It's obviously a reference to that, isn't it? But anyway, so this is the story of Khan. This looks very AI, by the way. Oh, I forgot to mute it, didn't I? That image looks... does it look AI? I don't know. I think there might be some AI imagery going on here. Star Trek's most legendary villain. With his... I'm presuming that's a SETI eel that is growing in there. Or what? I don't know. But we've got lots of familiar faces appearing, although we won't see them, we'll just hear them. There's a mention of Captain Sulu there, Dr. Leah. So they obviously went back to SETI Alpha 5, didn't they? And retrieved what Khan had left behind in his cargo containers. Puppet Master and all that. Reference there, isn't there? But we talked Captain Sulu. George Takei's in. Oh my! They wheeled him in. So I'm guessing some of this will be set aboard the USS Excelsior. So it must be set in the 2280s or 2290s. I'm guessing because we've got Ensign Tuvok as well, who we know was aboard the Excelsior at that time. But anyway. We're going to get a cast. There we go. Featuring Naveen Andrews as Khan, who sounds nothing like Ricardo Montalban. You'd have thought they got somebody that sounded a bit like Ricardo Montalban, wouldn't you? But he doesn't. He actually sounds like Lord Zygon from Star Chaser, The Legend of Orrin. Well, it's actually voiced by a Star Trek actor, Anthony DeLongis, who played Marge Culler in Star Trek Voyager. But yeah, it doesn't sound like Ricardo Montalban whatsoever. But anyway, Ren Schmidt as Marla MacGyvers. Remember, Marla MacGyvers became Khan's wife, and she succumbed to the SETI eels. So she's in this. Going to be played by Ren Schmidt, who you may know from For All Mankind. She played Margot Madison in For All Mankind, a great show, which I think is coming back soon. So that's Ren Schmidt appearing there as Marla MacGyvers. And Sonia Cassidy as Dr. Rosalind Leah. Is she on the Excelsior? Maybe, I don't know. I suppose we'll find out. Well, and then we've got Tim Russ as Ensign Tuvok. So we know he's aboard the Excelsior in the 2290s. During the time of Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country. So I was like rolling my eyes a bit, thinking, oh, they've shoehorned him in. But I thought, no, if it's featuring the Excelsior, then fair enough, we know he was there. But we're going to get the others as well. We're going to get... we can't have Grace Lee Whitney as Commander Rand, can we? Because she passed away in 2015. But will we say any of the others? I mean, the voices of them. Those characters, will those characters appear? Don't know. Anyway, and George Takei as Captain Sulu, so he's obviously on the Excelsior, isn't he? NCC 2000. So anyway, I think what obviously he's talking about, he wants revenge on Captain James T. Kirk. He doesn't know he's an admiral yet, does he? So anyway, so there we go. And when did it say September? Oh, bloody hell. When did it say it's coming out? We've seen it. It says here somewhere, doesn't it? There we go, premiering September 8th, wherever you get your podcasts. Written by Kirsten Bayer and David Mack, based on a story by Nicholas Meyer, and based on Star Trek by Gene Roddenberry. So, yeah, hopefully that'll be interesting. I'm not a big fan of audio dramas or audio books. They don't hold me interest, maybe because I'm an idiot. But we'll see. We'll see. If it's well made and well acted, hopefully it'll be good. And hopefully bloody Alex Kurtzman's been kept away from it. They locked him out, hopefully. Nicholas Meyer's on the door saying, "Bugger off, Kurtzman." But anyway, so that's Khan. That looks, of these three things that we've seen today, this is the most interesting, in my opinion. It's just a shame it's only an audio drama or a podcast or whatever you want to call it. But hopefully it'll be good. With cool sound effects and all that. I'm sure it'll all be there. But use your imagination to envisage it all happening. Even though the fella that plays Khan doesn't sound anything like Ricardo Montalban. Anyway, I wonder if he's got a huge chest like Ricardo Montalban actually had. Anyway, so there we go. We'll leave that there. So that's the 3 Star Trek things. If anything else has appeared in the meantime, I apologise. I've missed it, obviously. But those were the 3 things that cropped up at San Diego Comic Con yesterday. So there we go. Right, we'll leave it there. So thanks for watching. Wherever you are, look after each other. And until next time, live long and prosper. And I'll say there.
That old Yorkshire geek with stories